another thing that you did during your tenure here is you built a set of community conversations about fulfilling the promise of diversity. Would you tell me a little bit about why you decided to put this as a priority and how you approach this?
Yeah. So the real impetus for starting this community-wide conversation was my belief that our master's students should have at least some common experiences. So having a community-wide conversation around the same topic seemed to be a step in that direction. And then diversity seemed like an ideal topic, both because I think it's incredibly important to education and because I heard from a lot of people in these conversations that I had one-on-one that the ed school was struggling a bit with the issue of diversity, which was a real surprise to me. And so I thought, well, let's make this conversation not about diversity per se, but about fulfilling the promise of diversity, right? So today people would talk about that in terms of inclusion or belonging, because I thought we're at diversity 2.0, right? We now have assembled a diverse group of students. We were working on assembling a diverse group of faculty, but it was obvious that it's not enough, right? The magic doesn't just happen. And so I thought a conversation about how could we both at HGSE and in our work in K-12 schools help fulfill the promise of diversity by figuring out how to take advantage of the fact that you now had these diverse groups. What I didn't realize, and I remember talking to Matt Miller about this, he said, you're grabbing a tiger by the tail here. Once you start this, I can't tell you where it's going to go. And again, it's good to be naive. I thought, that's fine. And after the first year, students in particular came back and said, well, are you going to be serious about this or not? Because you had a few programs, you labeled a few things, but if you really want to be serious, this is what you need to do. And at first I thought, I can't believe we're getting criticized for starting something new, no credit for starting something new. But then I realized this is perfect. This is how change happens, right? You've actually raised expectations and now people are saying, okay, let's see if you're serious about it. And so, we did more the next year and at a certain point, it sort of became baked in.
Right. No, and it still continues.
Is that right?
I think that framing fulfilling the promise, you need more than just the count.
Exactly right.
You need to get to inclusion. You need to get to belonging. And we started to see some victories. We started to see some faculty who we thought would never move or change, start to do new things in the classroom. But you had to also make it safe.
Right.
And the teaching and learning lab was an important part of that.
I totally agree. Yeah, and you're right. One of the most rewarding aspects of it was seeing faculty take it on and seeing faculty who weren't really sure how to approach the work, learning from other faculty and taking some risks and then explaining to others what they had done. I remember a senior faculty member who I never would have thought.
We may be thinking of the same person.
I never would have thought he would take this on, and he did. And I said, please talk to the faculty about what you did, because I think that both encourages other faculty and makes them feel that it's safe to try it.
Right. That is possible.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
That's right.